We're going to focus on streams, moving streams with rocks, logs. Talk about the brushwork, color. The color can be difficult in these things because it's not definite color. We can look at the sky and the sky is blue and the trees are orange or green. But the water is kind of a nondescript color, so we're going to focus on the color also. But compositionally, if my focal point is the stream, I want to zoom in and decide what's really important and what's not. If I want to really do a stream painting, this isn't going to work because it's more than half trees and sky. So I'm going to zoom in here and then decide the stream is coming down this way, going to the left. So I can kind of move around a little bit. If you have Photoshop, it makes it a lot easier to zoom in, crop. If you don't have Photoshop, there is a free download called GIMP, G-I-M-P. And you just download it and then you can put photographs in it and do basically the same thing. Not nearly as extensive as Photoshop, but it really helps on cropping and zooming and making things darker, lighter. But I want to focus in on what I want here. So this is the stream. I've eliminated a lot of the trees, sky, background. Now, how much of the stream do I want? I like the idea of the stream flowing this way and then over to the left. There's not much over to the right here that interests me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to crop it right about in here. Now I know I can't get everything in there I want, and I want enough foreground to make it interesting also. So this is my composition. Now I need to decide how much I'm going to simplify. So if I'm looking at, and I'm not going to worry about color here, just a nondescript light. When I look at all these rocks in here, I see way too many little small shapes. So what I want to do is maybe pull some together. So 4 or 5 rocks maybe becomes 2 rocks in here. And some of the dark rocks over in here I can pull together into one and just simplify them a bit more. That could become 1 rock there. When I break things up in just too small a shape, you can become too busy, too picky. So same thing in here. And just that little bit simplifies it quite a bit. Way too busy there. Just pulling a few things together makes it less busy. So that's what I want to focus on, and I want to think about simplifying the values first. In the water, I'm going to have a kind of a simple dark, pull it together for the water, and there's a pattern of that dark, and that's what I want to look for. Similar to the shadow pattern we do in the landscape. Sometimes the rocks and the water just become one shape in there, like in here. That's what I want to look for. When I can do that, and I can paint it that way, just look for those shapes, then I have the white foam and the dark value of the water / rocks that are in the water. These are out of the water, so I'm not talking about those. I'm talking more about just the water that's not white and then the water that it is white. And some of that includes the rocks that are in the water down underneath a little bit. Now this makes it a lot easier. Now all I have to decide is what color and value the darker water is and then what color and value the lighter is. And once I get that set up, blocked in, then I can use the brushwork to drag in different colors, subtle value changes as well, and pull it together. But just like a regular landscape, it starts from simple to more complicated. So I want to do that to this one. Now looking at some other, same thing here, zooming in to what's important, and then what I can simplify. Maybe pulling these 3 rocks together into 1 rock, maybe eliminating a few of these. But this is way too crowded over here, way too busy. Maybe just pulling the dark green on down and getting rid of these big rocks way over to the left. But again, compositionally, looking at this, I can decide, this would make a good horizontal painting here as well, not just vertical, not just a horizontal. And that would make a nice painting too. I do like the shimmering light in the foreground, suggestion of trees in the background, but that works real well also. So spend some time zooming around, cropping, and again, you can use Sketchbook too and do quite a few thumbnail drawings where you're not focusing on detail but just shape. Also shape of what the canvas is going to be. It could be horizontal, vertical, so a lot of possibilities there. Now this one isn't moving water, but it does have some nice reflections, colors, and then the light shapes of the rock. So all the creeks have some kind of darker light pattern with the rocks and the water. Here all the rocks and the logs are real light, creeks darker. So you get that contrast, and that sets up that pattern. This is a real nice composition, or a nice pattern of water, rocks, logs. And again, you can move around, zoom in, and crop all you want here. So if I'm going to crop this one, a little suggestion maybe of the trees. But the whole key is how much am I eliminating? What can I get rid of that's unnecessary and make the focal point look bigger? And same thing here. This one, when I look at this, you want real badly to show all the top of the stream, but most of the interest is in kind of that little waterfall and down below. It's not so much in the top. So if I crop some of the top off, what I'm interested in is the logs, the foaming water kind of below the little waterfall here. And to me, this is a lot more interesting, eliminating some of the top, or the importance of the top, and focusing more on the logs, the foaming water in front. But the same thing here, I'm looking for that simple pattern. And this is what I would do in the thumbnail, even though the thumbnail doesn't have to be detailed at all. Usually we want to spend maybe 10-15 minutes on the thumbnail drawing. But if I can do 4, 5, 6 of them, trying out different shapes and focusing on finding a pattern here that works. And this is what I would draw on the canvas, is this pattern. Now, not all that foam or the water is quite that dark, but I'm creating a pattern that creates a composition. And how I break up these shapes into big, simple, dark, and light shapes is what makes the painting work. Because there's just way too much information here looking at the overall picture. And breaking it down to what you want to focus on, eliminating everything else, and then how to simplify what you've cropped down to. So I think the big thing again will be simplifying it, creating simple values, but how you see it first, how you simplify it and make it paintable is what matters the most.